everyone, and welcome to NAB 2025.
Hi,
What's
everybody.
going on?
Dude, we're here. We're
in NAB.
good morning.
Morning, Ricardo.
What is this, day 2?
Day 2 for us.
Day 2 at NAB. We're here at League of Filmmakers. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Jose Vicente Chavez, founder of the Latinxorcists. And yeah, we're here at NAB to kind of showcase what we do as a program, as a group, and we're excited to be here.
And what do we, what do we
Introduce
do?
yourself
I'm
first.
I'm Ricardo Martinez. I'm a filmmaker, writer, co-founder of the Latinxorcists with this beautiful gentleman. And we came here. And what do we do?
Yeah, so we're a filmmaking group. We're a writers group. We workshop 2 scripts on Zoom every month, 2 to 4 scripts, depending on the size of them. And outside of that, we work with executives, and we try to grow our company. And we're all with the best intentions of growing Latino presence in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, we do, our specialty that we love specifically as a writers group is horror. So we're a horror screenwriters group. Sometimes we read sci-fi, but we're only really into hooky, big genre movies.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what makes our workshop and writers room different, and that's what that's what makes me fall in love with it every month is the fact that we come together as emerging screenwriters and we talk and we share our scripts and get them read for free, so
For
that
free.
anybody can submit as long as they follow the 2 rules, right? 1 is that they're Latino-identifying, and 2, that the script is a horror or sci-fi. And we have an intake process on our website, Latinxorcists.com.
Yep.
Or you can follow us on Instagram at Latinxorcists. We're always reading. Over the last 3 years, we've read 75 scripts.
Yeah, we're pushing close to 100 now, I think. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, because of the next month. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it keeps growing.
It keeps growing. Yeah, we keep getting new members. We have pretty intimate meetings on Zoom. We meet every last Saturday of the month for the most part. And yeah, it's just a fun group that we're really trying, and we have a lot of talented writers. And it's lovely to just get to meet them and see their work, and a lot of untapped potential.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people out there that are writing, and one of the hardest things is a young filmmaker, emerging filmmaker, some of us are not so young, the emerging filmmakers are trying to get their scripts read, right? And that's a part, and getting your script read by other writers makes you a better writer. Getting feedback from other writers that you don't know, for example, makes you a better writer. Getting feedback from this guy who's written, and been in all these different, CBS pipeline, has made me a better writer, and in that process, you come up with a new script that you can then hopefully submit, work on, and that's...
Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to make the group is because I've participated in a fellowship before through NHMC, and we simulated what a writer's room was like, a TV writer's room. So I wanted to bring that same energy to our group. And we kind of do that, when we workshop these scripts, we bounce off ideas, and you can see in the writer's eyes, the light bulb go off, and they learn a lot from getting workshopped, and it's beautiful to see because then they realize, okay, there's things that I need to work on, and then they go back and they're thrilled and excited when they leave the meeting. So yeah. I think it's very successful.
Yeah, the light bulb goes off and then it comes back on. It goes the light bulb.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, not off, on.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know if you know. I've known this. We met to form this group
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah, and since then we've had just a crazy run. We've been so lucky, and we've had all these different writers come through, and we're just going to keep trying to grow with the lucky support of Black Magic Design, League of Filmmakers. We've really had a chance to build something and create. We're creating a bank of screenplays right now called The Grid, where we're going to decide what our favorite script is out of 105 scripts.
And only 3 of us are reading this, so it's a lot of work, but we're doing it for free, and we're really excited. We also have a podcast. It's on Spotify and Apple called Shared Nightmares, and it's really fun. It's about fears, that you have as a human, and then how it translates into Hollywood. So we've interviewed a lot of our members. We've interviewed some awesome people, actors and executives.
Yeah, Danny Fernandez, Ben Lopez,
yeah.
that former head of Nelly, but now, you know,
now it's
manager. Yeah.
It's been amazing. So check our podcast out. We're gonna eventually have a presence on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of a presence with the trailer that we made to try to showcase. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're also so lucky that we have such good members that have come through, like, you know, that have then gone on, taken the advice or this criticism and used it to like build and kind of keep going with their careers. You know, I can think of some really talented writers like Marco Soriano, Brandon Burkhart, Eleni Rivera, you know, Jose Nateras.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that we've been so lucky to meet in this process.
Yeah.
And they've written some really cool scripts that like I'm stoked to like get out. And there's so much people like, if you see this like, you know, live stream, I'm talking to you, but I'm like looking at the camera. But like, I really hope that like anybody that watches this like maybe can submit too. Like, I don't know who's out there yet that I'm gonna read that's gonna blow my mind. And
yeah, and it's also to the point where it's not even like necessarily Latino. It's not even Latino identifying, but it's, if you support Latinos in any capacity, please come to our group. You know, we want to carry this group with its intention, but we're looking for all types of horror, regardless, right? There's so much unbelievable potential in any kind of horror story, and I think that this group just really attests to it. And as you can see at the box office, it's always a hit. So, you know, we're always looking for all kinds of stories. So,
yeah, man, absolutely. I know that we're also like, oh, we want to talk a little bit about the leadership of making.
I think we're
we're kind of running out of time now.
Yeah.
Oh no, we do. We have a little more time.
Oh, okay.
We're getting a little bit more rope.
What's on the? Well, talk us about your comic book.
Oh yeah. So that's how I met you.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's because I wrote a screenplay, and like a lot of people, nobody would read my screenplay.
Yeah.
As a new writer.
Yeah.
And then so they wouldn't read me as a new writer, but then when I said I had a horror script, even less people wanted to read me, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that kind of disturbing or scary stuff, it doesn't. You have to find a specific.
You need a horror group.
You need a horror group,
Yeah.
exactly. So then when we went to, I would go to these mixers like for La Lista, and I saw that there were 2 other people. Actually, I made a list of all the people that said that they loved horror.
That's cool.
And I wrote down all the different names. And as I was writing an email, I got an email from you to say, hey, let's start a writers group. And that's how we had to do it. Yeah. And we got to tell them that off screen is our other co-founder, Alfredo.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's actually giving us the prompts of like how much time we have.
He's directing us, and I love him.
Consummate television producer.
Yeah, so we're also we're a trio, and we really love and support our members a lot. So please reach out to us. Go to our website. Go to our Instagram at Latinxorcists. Check out the podcast, Shared Nightmares, Spotify, and Apple, and soon to be on YouTube. So. And
we have a trailer that's on there that we just showed, that explains a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, and why that's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to new people coming through and sending us really scary stuff. I also want to thank Hollyland, Ceremonic USA for being sponsors. You know, and then as obviously Black Dip Magic Design. Shout out Terry Fretchett. And then John Prancha.
And also Handy Foundation.
And we're also part of a nonprofit.
Yeah.
So we're part of the
Handy
nonprofit,
Foundation.
the Handy Foundation, which will have Ricardo Handy here later in about a half hour to talk to us about some of the stuff that he's doing. And, you know, just exciting times. But I believe we're getting the hook, literally, to get going, but in a lovely way. We're so glad to be here. Thank you. We'll be back to talk later. Yay.